The sun was brutal that Saturday afternoon, burning the sand into a golden mirror. I wasn't supposed to be there, not at that beach, not that day. But after weeks of endless overtime and deadlines, I needed to feel something real. The crash of waves, the smell of salt, the idea of being anonymous in a crowd, it all felt like therapy. I spread my towel on the sand, slid my sunglasses on, and sank into a rare moment of peace. For once, I wasn't Ethan from marketing. I was just Ethan. That's when I saw her. At first, I didn't recognize her. A wide sun hat, casual beach dress, barefoot and laughing, she looked nothing like the composed, intimidating woman who ran the office like a quiet storm. But as she turned toward the water, that unmistakable confidence gave her away. My boss. Ms. Rowan. And that's when I realized how surreal it felt to see her outside work. Human. Relaxed. Smiling like she didn't have 1,000 people depending on her every decision. I was honestly just surprised, until I noticed something else. A little girl, maybe 6, playing by her feet. Same green eyes. Same calm energy. Her daughter. But then it happened. I swear it wasn't what it looked like. The wind whipped her hat right off her head, and as I instinctively glanced up to follow it, my sunglasses slipped. She looked over, right in the exact second I was trying to push them back up, and from her angle, it must have looked like I was staring where I shouldn't have been. Our eyes met. Her smile disappeared. And I swear I felt my heart stop. She picked up her daughter's hand, said something I couldn't hear, and walked off toward the cafe by the boardwalk. My stomach dropped. I wanted to sink into the sand and vanish. That was my boss. The same woman who'd trusted me with the new product campaign. The same woman I'd worked years to impress. And now she thought I was some creep ogling her at the beach. I spent the next half hour debating whether to leave or go apologize. Every option felt humiliating. But then I remembered something she'd said at work once, during a team meeting. We fix mistakes not by running from them, but by facing them with honesty. So I took a breath, threw on my shirt, and walked toward the cafe. She was sitting by the window with her daughter, 2 lemonades on the table. Her expression softened when she saw me, but her eyebrows raised just enough to say, "This better be good." I approached cautiously. "Ms. Rowan, sorry, I didn't mean to intrude on your day off. I think I gave you the wrong impression back there." She tilted her head slightly, curious but still guarded. "Oh? And what impression would that be?" I swallowed. "I wasn't staring. The wind blew your hat and, well, my sunglasses slipped. It was all very bad timing." Her daughter giggled. "Mom, he's all red." For the first time, Ms. Rowan actually laughed. Not the polite, professional kind I'd heard in meetings, but a genuine, warm laugh that made her seem human. "It's okay, Ethan," she said, smiling. "I figured it was something like that. You looked like someone having a very unfortunate moment." Relief washed through me. "I promise I'll never mix sunglasses and panic again." "Good rule," she said, still smiling. "Sit for a bit. You look like you need a break from the office." We ended up talking for an hour. About work. About how exhausting leadership could be. About how being the boss didn't mean being invincible. She told me she was raising her daughter alone, that the beach was their weekend ritual, a rare escape from expectations and pressure. For the first time, I saw the person behind the title. As we talked, I realized how wrong I'd been all year, seeing her as a distant figure, someone unreachable. But she wasn't cold or intimidating. She was just tired. Human. Kind. Before leaving, she said something that stuck with me. "You're good at your job, Ethan. But don't let work consume the parts of you that make you human. The creativity, the warmth, the life you bring, that's why I hired you. Remember that. That line stayed with me long after the summer ended. When Monday came, she walked into the office as the same composed Ms. Rowan everyone knew. Except when she passed my desk, she gave me a knowing smile and whispered, "Hope your sunglasses survived." I laughed quietly. Barely. But more than the embarrassment, that day changed something in me. I stopped trying to impress people by working myself numb. I started taking breaks, connecting more with my team, even volunteering to mentor new hires. Because of one awkward beach encounter, I learned that real strength, real leadership, comes from kindness and authenticity, not perfection. And every now and then, when things get too heavy, I think back to that windy afternoon at the beach, where my boss caught me looking in the wrong place, but somehow helped me start looking at life the right way. Sparkle's moral. Sometimes, the most embarrassing moments lead to the most human lessons. When we choose honesty and kindness over fear and pride, we discover that even awkward mistakes can open the door to understanding and unexpected compassion.